Good morning. My name is Lathan Minnick, and I'm going to do a quick video about sleep, sleep issues, insomnia, sleep apnea. It is now just after 8 a.m., which by most accounts isn't that early. I woke up about 45 minutes ago to use the bathroom, and then, as is usually the case, I'll wake up at a certain time to use the bathroom, and then I won't be able to fall back asleep. To offer some more context, I usually go to bed around midnight. So midnight to 8, I mean, that's 8 hours. That's what, generally is said that most people need. I think they say somewhere between 7.5 to 9 hours most people sleep. Um, However, I wasn't able to fall asleep last night. I ended up, as is often the case, I'll lay down to sleep, close my eyes, everything, um, and then I'll just give up, and it's usually after 1 hour, usually like 1 hour exactly. So last night I woke up or at least I got up around 1 a.m. So I would just get up and watch TV and do whatever, and then I think I went back to sleep around 1:30. So about 1:30 to say 7:30, 7:45 ish. Um, I guess you could say I got some sleep. So let's say about 6 hours, which is about what I've been averaging lately. And again, I would wake up to use the bathroom after about 6 hours. In the past, I mean, it's gone both ways. Sometimes I'm able to fall back asleep. Sometimes I'm not. Usually I'm not, especially lately. And if I'm able to fall back asleep and sleep for another hour or two, then I usually feel a little better. But I mean, this morning and most mornings lately, I wake up and I just I feel tired. I feel weak. I don't feel rested. Um, and another thing I want to bring up is sleep apnea. I was recently, and by recently I mean about a year ago at this point, I was recently diagnosed with obstructive sleep apnea. I have a CPAP. I guess it's a BiPAP, bidirectional positive airway pressure. Basically, what that means is that it forces air into my lungs via this mask that goes around my head, and the current mask um, variety that I'm using, it has like these little pillows that go on my nose, and it's supposed to help me breathe at night. When I first got the machine, I couldn't sleep on it at all. It was freaking horrible. Um, and the thing I kept complaining about was that it felt like it was breathing faster than I wanted to breathe. And I kept talking to different people about this. And by people, I mean like Apria Healthcare, um, respiratory specialists, my own primary care, my therapist, hell. Um, and most of them said like it's not supposed to be basically like the speed at which it's going is not shouldn't matter. It's supposed to be adjusting to me. It's not that I'm adjusting to it. Um, and it took a long time for some reason for my primary care to figure out that I needed to speak to a pulmonologist. That's a whole nother story. I'm not even going to get in that. But anyway, it took a long time and it's been very frustrating. I finally was able to speak to a pulmonologist. I believe it was on Halloween. And today is the 22nd of December. So, I mean, I've just started this process, and I have a follow up with the pulmonologist in 4 days on the 26th. Um, so basically, when I first started out on the machine, I would go maybe a half an hour at the most, and I would just give up. I mean, I would fall asleep, but I would keep waking back up, keep waking back up. And again, it's so frustrating. I'm like someone who's already been dealing with sleep issues for so long, and I mean, we all need sleep. It's how your body recovers from, I don't want to say damage, but whatever, whatever strain it's gone through to the day, and it's such a basic human need, and I haven't been getting it, or I haven't been getting it well enough. I haven't either. It's either quantity or quality. Quantity meaning obviously how much sleep I'm getting, and quality meaning how recuperative, how regenerative the sleep is for me. Um, but ever since I've been working with this pulmonologist and they made some adjustments to the machine, I have been able to sleep on it longer, actually all night in many cases. I think the longest I've logged is like seven plus hours. Of course, that's not all sleeping. All that is I mean the machine. All the machine is reading is that it's on and it's feeding me oxygen. I don't think it can tell whether or not I'm sleeping. Of course, I'm not sure, but I look at like it says 7+ hours, and as I just mentioned, most of the time I'm getting about six and a half. Um, which is not horrible, but it's definitely it. Again, I definitely either the quality or the quantity is not there because I still feel tired every day, which affects my health, affects my happiness, affects my ability to do dot 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 anything with my life and my quality of life and things I want to pursue in my life. Um, so yeah, I don't know if there's a point to all this. I don't know if this is just me just complaining about my issues. I would love to hear from anybody. If anybody wants to comment about sleep issues and things you're dealing with or things that have worked for you, um, any questions, any answers would both be much welcome and appreciated. But as of right now, like I said, I'm going to follow up with my pulmonologist in a few days here. Um, I feel like the pressure needs to change. Like they lowered the pressure, so now I'm able to actually sleep on the machine. And now that I'm able to sleep on the machine, I think they need to turn the pressure back up. But again, I'm not the specialist, so I can't say for certain. All I do know is the first in-lab sleep study I excuse me, I had earlier this year. It was very difficult. It was very uncomfortable. Um, like it's basically you're wearing this mask and it's forcing air down your airway, and even like because it's just on my nose, so when I open my mouth, it's like air is escaping out, so I can't. It's hard to breathe, or I mean, excuse me, not breathe. It's hard to like burp or like just open my mouth or swallow saliva or anything like that. Sorry, TMI. Um, but anyway, once and it makes this is sorry, this might be TMI too. It also makes you gassy, or at least it used to. It doesn't really anymore. Maybe because I'm used to it. because it's shoving so much air down there. Like I was so gassy that it hurt. I actually back then I actually was in the habit of taking like gas pills. Um, Simethicone is the drug. Um, Less so now. But anyway, once I got used to it during that first in lab study, and I don't feel like I slept that much. It was still very hard to fall asleep, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and then I went back to sleep. Um, all told, I don't remember how much I slept. It was probably less than 6 hours. And then I went home because like they end the sleep study about 5 in the morning. And then I went home. I went back to sleep. Um, and then but that next day, I felt freaking great. Um, Not just I felt great, like I had energy. Um, I think the most significant change that I noticed was that I mean I work semi late. I work 2 to 10, so I work till 10 at night, and that's when I usually the those last few hours of my work shift is where I really just start to feel like tired and yawning, and my brain just doesn't work right, and my mood plummets. Um, but that next day after the sleep study, um, I felt energized into the evening. I was like, wow, this is great. This is gonna be, this is gonna be so good for me once I get this machine going. And then follows, months of frustration as I work with the medical healthcare system to get the machine. And I've gotten the machine, and I'm still having trouble. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I don't know if this is just me complaining. Maybe this is me crying for help or something. I woke up this morning and I thought, I'm just going to make a video about this and just talk about it. And maybe someone will watch this and either have some insight to share or even share their own frustrations, because we all need sleep. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a basic human need, and if you're not getting it, you can't expect to have a significant quality of life. So yeah, I think that's it for now. As mentioned earlier, my name is Lathan Minnick. This has been my quick video about sleep and sleep apnea and insomnia. I don't know if you can tell, but you see some bags under my eyes. Um, if you enjoyed the video, give a like as usual. If you want to see more from me, subscribe to the channel. If you want to reach out to me, send me a message, email. You can find me at lathanminnick@gmail.com. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Have a great day and rest well.